fouled him on the ground. Looked like the foul was before the shot attempt, but clearly grazed the rim.
Live and in living color, baby. You already know what it is. Let's get it going. Let's get it going, baby.
His offensive game is a barometer for their success when he scores. They usually win. He has to score a lot tonight. He's a lot of his teammates picking it up.
Woo!
Riley and Alonzo Mourning watching their team down by 12. Pushing the ball. Sam's doing it all. Not only scoring, but facilitating.
What up, everybody? What's going on, baby? What's going on? Waving right back at you. Let's go. Live Your Truth podcast video. Let's get this party going right. All right, we watching the game. We doing it all today, baby. Let's go. Good evening, everyone. Taibu Muad'Dib, host, podcast entertainer, author, motivational speaker.
The issue of gun violence isn't going away because there are
every weeknight, 9:30-ish p.m. We go crazy. In fact, we going nuts right now. Hit it, Shay. Come on, a little bit more. Yeah. It's cold out here, y'all. And I'm telling you one thing. It's amazing. How come they don't know? No one's life is the Cosby Show. Killer cops is nothing new to melanated people, bro. Not in the America that locks us up for mega busting, legalized prostitution so the mob can get their cut. CIA agents bringing dope in from the south and spread it through the hood so we can take each other out. The sadness in the hood isn't just some recent shit. It's the same thing that you can see on the slave ship. Trauma passed through generations lead to a peculiar life. Can't believe in freedom, even if one of your parents white. I'ma do it right, cause I'm conscious and I know the way. I got roots in Africa. Pittsburgh was my birthing place. International businessman from inmate 15208. African Messiah, dog. Someone had to save the day. All you want is metaphors about the club and freaking horse. Stacking up your paper, flashy cars, and them foreign tours. Don't you know it's war? They coming after you with all they got. It starts out with Congress. Yeah. Joker doing his thing, making it tough on Miami. Miami got a little run.
And know what's up, and since we don't, that's how come the jails are jam-packed with us. I got my fist raised, and unity is in my heart. No matter who you are, come and live your truth. That's how it starts. Yeah. That's how it starts. Go get him.
A 12-point lead, a couple of 3 points by Miami. It's trouble.
Go. Don't you know it's war?
Yeah.
They coming after you with all they got. All you want is metaphors.
Made a fight for the rebound.
International businessman.
Lowry at the hot hand.
Can't believe in freedom.
Money.
Pleasure to meet each and every one of you.
Yes,
Taibu Muad'Dib and Shay.
NBA Finals.
This is Live Your Truth.
Down.
Pull up a chair.
Lead.
Get your popcorn ready. Let's make it happen together. We appreciate you for joining us. Tap in.
All right. We watching Denver trying to fend off a game Miami team right now. Told you we was going to commentate on it. Taibu Muad'Dib on the couch. A bad no call by the refs. A lot of contact on that pass. And then that little touch foul right there, I don't know. Questionable. But there's still a lot of time in the game left. What's going on? I see Taibu Muad'Dib right here on the couch watching the NBA Finals game. Let me know what you think about it. Denver up 98-87 Miami. Showing that they got moxie. You already know what it is. Let's go. Taibu Muad'Dib right here in my relaxed day. I'm actually doing some push-ups. I'm trying to get to 350 chest reps a day because I want to have bigger pecs. So that's my commitment for the rest of this next 6 months of the year. Is get up 350 push-ups a day, get my pecs out there. So I got a little push-up there. But I say push-ups, but just chest reps. You know, it could be working out. It could be the cables, the dumbbells, the straight bar, push-ups, dips. You know, 350 chest reps a day. I can knock that out. So, but we see Miami just don't have enough offense for the Western team. They're calling all kind of touch fouls for the Joker, but the guy had just got a pass, and clearly the refs let that go. A lot of contact on that. So, it is what it is. But the Jokic is a triple-double machine. He broke Wilt Chamberlain's record, a record that lasted 50 years. So you already know how it is. Let's go. I'm going to get something out here tonight, man. I'm going to continue to do my push-ups, so I might just disappear for a second, put y'all on a commercial or something. Let that be what it is. I'll let the folks on Facebook know I'm live right now over here getting it popping. Yeah, that's just what it is right now. Just doing what we can to get things right. Pow. Not going away. Not going away. A 12-point lead. That's 3 4-pointers. I mean, 4 3-pointers. So it can go down. It can go down. They gotta want it. Got to want it. Let's see what happens here. Good D. Is that Butler? No, it's not Butler. Wow, Joker over Abayo. Showing why he is who he is. Why is he in the league? That's why. Woo! Come back with a 3 for an answer. That's a good answer right there. Showing some moxie. The Heat letting it be known. They was up by 20-something points. They're gonna win by maybe 10. But it wasn't comfortable. They're just doing just enough to fend them off. A late push. And Miami just gotta get some rest. They're not gonna be afraid of them next time. They're gonna watch some film. They're gonna figure them out. And hopefully shoot better, because that was a tell of the tape for them guys. They just did not shoot well at all. A lot of open looks that they wish they had back right now. Taibu Muad'Dib right here watching the game with you guys, man. Just letting it be known. I'm going to dip off. Let this see if we can get going here. My cousin sent me this joint, but it's not going to let me open it up. Couple final shots here in the game. Looks like Denver's going to pull it out pretty easy. You know what it is. Taibu Muad'Dib right here, man. Just trying to give y'all some of the funk. The funk. All right. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I think I downloaded this commercial my cousin did, but I don't know. Look into a couple of different places. The zoom. Just trying to look in a couple different places to see if I can see some stuff. It don't look good. So the Heat went down. So the Heat lost, y'all, man. All I can say about this game is that, man, it looks like from for all intents and purposes, it looks like Miami is in this thing. They may have lost this game, but I'm telling you, they won a lot. Let's listen to the crowd. Get a little bit of the background noise, a little bit of the Joker interview after the game interview.
They fight, they never quit, and we just wanted to get the first punch. The first
Yes,
three rounds,
sir.
they won their first game during the travels and they played on the road, and we didn't want to have that to happen. And I think we did a good job. To hold that lead to 93 points, I think it's a really good job.
Another triple-double for you. Your teammates describe you as a maestro. Entering the fourth quarter, you'd only taken 5 shots, but yet you were dominating the game. Just how can you do that?
Right now the most important thing is to win a game, and I'm trying to win a game in any possible way. I don't need to shoot, and I don't need to score. I know I don't need to score to affect the game, and I think I did a good job today. Everybody contributed. AG, Jamal, Mike, Casey, like everybody who played contributed. So, and it's a great win for us.
Then you got shoot well from 3. Just what were you guys doing defensively that worked so well?
You just be there. Even if it's late contest, just to contest. Just don't quit. Like they don't quit, and we didn't want to quit either. So it's going to be a really interesting series.
And like you said, they didn't quit. This is game 1 of a 7-game series. There are going to be adjustments. Just what do you feel that you guys need to do better in game 2?
You see, we played 3 quarters.
So there it is. They took the game. It is what it is. Tonight we're going to talk about challenges with men for men too. So challenges that come along with manhood. Have it right here, man. I'm gonna tell you. You look at the stereotypes involved with growing up, right? In high school, you have a lot of different. It's a lot of high schools were always separatists, but you look what's going on, Phenom. I see Denver won, baby. I'm going for the Heat. I hope the Heat pull it out. It'll be historic. Jimmy Butler deserves to get one. He's giving the league a lot, everybody, but it is what it is. Shout out to Denver. They won the big one. If you want to jump in here, man, go click the link. You can jump right here on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. It's going down. This is Challenges with Men, part 2. And when we have men who are being challenged as they grow up, young men, manhood, let's talk manhood right now. So cultural bias in manhood, how does that play a factor in what it means to be a man? So you look at what they call a glass ceiling for African men, for Asian men, for European men, just there's always something blocking you or holding you out in a country that's separatist like this, that always stereotypes you based on how you look. Last night I talked about Philando Castile and how he looked and how that affected how the police treated him. And I'm bringing some more about that tonight because I want you guys to know, young men, trust me, how you look is going to greatly affect how you are treated in society. All right? How you dress, how you wear your hair, how you look, young men. Men, I don't care what age you are, especially for you African brothers, especially if you have African color skin, this color to your skin, pigmentation, melanin, whatever you can call it. How you look is going to greatly depict how you dress, how people are treating you. Me, as a bigger guy, if I was to wear a hoodie and some Timbos, no matter where I am or what my position is, I could be a high school principal. I'm going to be stereotyped by the way I dress. If I wear a 4-piece suit, pinned through my tie, I'm going to be stereotyped the way I dress. So I talked about machoism and stuff like that a week or so ago. Men, ladies, I want you to know that the challenges that men face, there, especially if you're in a if you're in a culturally mixed relationship, if you have different cultures put together, the challenges that man is facing, from your culture and his, all these things have to be taken into consideration. And what I'm saying is that we have to have certain sensibilities towards what men go through. Returning GIs, returning soldiers, dealing with suicide. Like, suicide's a big deal. A lot of us have thought about it, at least thought about it, that have been through something serious or are just going through something serious. It shoots into your mind. Just end it all. I mean, if you're researching it, if you're in a suicide chat group, just end it all, right? No motivation. So I'm telling you, the challenges men face, it can be burdensome. They say pressure bust pipes. It can be burdensome. There's a lot of pressure that goes along with manhood. So when you add the cultural aspect in it, imagine doing well in your industry and something happens and you're an African man and you are never, ever, ever challenged about your culture or your skin color. And then something comes up. Because there's no training, because there's no training, generally speaking, you're not going to do very well. So you don't handle it well. You miss that promotion. You miss that opportunity. Right now, I'm a conscious. I'm very professional, especially at the workplace. And there's an issue with people, like there's a real issue with folks, and they look at me and they say, "Oh, there's conversation that you're aggressive, that you're too aggressive," and then you got other people who want to be aggressive because they've been hearing that I'm aggressive. Like, never had issue with me, but just so it's like, how do you undo these cultural biases, these stereotypes? Or do you worry about them at all? But I just want you guys to know that stigma is there. And ladies, men have to deal with that on the workplace, at home, in the community. What's going on, everybody out here on YouTube, Instagram? Challenges that men face when concerning cultural bias. It's a big deal. It's not something small. It can wound the soul, ladies. Your man's whole soul can be wounded. Now, if you've seen the movie Crash, you know what I'm saying. There's a scene where the brother and the sister get pulled over, and they're high society. The cop, I can't say he's a redneck dude, but he's definitely has that trailer trash feel, right? You know what I'm saying, right? So he pulls him out the car because the lady's getting belligerent. Now, we've seen this before. We've seen this movie before. We have. But the problem is, the sister, bright as she might be as far as her skin color, she doesn't listen to the man tell her to calm down. She wants to tune up. Why? Because she's had no training about how her color of her skin, fair as it might be, affects the way this officer is going to treat her. Now, if you watch that movie Crash and you try to see a European woman talking back to a police officer, being asked to step out the car because she's doing that, and then being groped by the officer, right? And she says she's a European man. He's going to hop out the car. He's not worried about getting shot down or killed. He's going to hop out the car and ask the officer what the heck is wrong with him. What the heck is wrong with you? But because the brother knows that's a life or death situation now, he like, you on your own. I told you, keep your mouth shut. And then now the dynamic between the relationship, she looking at him sideways like, you ain't do nothing. Men, the challenges that men face, ladies, don't put us in that situation. Don't put us in that situation. Like, you might think I'm wrong. You can hop in here in the comment section. I'm just telling you, these are the challenges that men face. In the workplace, I have a cousin out in Pennsylvania, And he was all big on the job that he's getting. You know, he has a second job. He's trying to take care of his family. Homeowner, owns a Airbnb. Pittsburgh is a very segregated city to this day. Very, very culturally biased and stereotypical city. To this day, Pittsburgh is. So things is going good. I'm talking, hey, cuz, he come on the show. My cuz, you know, he come on the show. He said, what's going on? And he say, man, some culturally biased stuff going. I don't say racism and racist because we're all the same race. The word race was put on to all of us in America because the European power structure, they want you to think that we're different, like really, really different. We're not. All right. Key point. He says that there's some culturally biased things going on at the job. I'm like, what's going on? Cuz he didn't have time to tell me. Now, my cousin, him and his wife own a soap business. He's the most unassuming guy you would ever meet, but he's no pushover. He's no punk. So the challenges that men face when trying to take care of their families to this day in 2023, ladies, you have to know cultural biases and stereotyping plays a factor, ladies, in how we can and can't take care of you. We can lose contracts based on the color of our skin. Excuse me. Excuse me, give me. We can lose promotions based on the color of our skin. Because if you don't take it, if you haven't been trained on how to take and put your eyes down and bow your shoulders and be humbled by different cultures. If you don't know what your place is, you can lose a job, a promotion, thousands of dollars to hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen, ladies. So when your man's trying to take care of you and the kids, you want to support him. You want to get behind him, especially if he's good at what he does, because he's dealing with a lot. I can't speak for the European brothers, but I would still think that, the European guilt that they have of slavery and the police brutality and nobody's doing nothing. I'm saying, like, they're going through something too. So I'm not saying that they're not. My older sister, she's married to a European guy, has been for years. The guy treats her right. They have 2 great children, and he's a professor at a university, But what I'm saying is he took that on. He took my sister, her past, her issues. He took all of that on. And he didn't care about what his parents said, what the community says, and none of that stuff. So shout out to him. All right. Respect. But I believe that my sister, that she's supportive of the challenges she knows he has to face every day. When people find out that his wife looks like me every day. When they go out as a family, swirly babies, every day. So she takes that into consideration. So, Blaze, if your man has been locked up before, if he is high society and he's never really seen a rough day before, it doesn't matter which walk of life he's involved in, he's going to be challenged, especially if his skin is my color right here. He's going to be challenged. So you ladies, you have to have in your mind, how can I be ready to support the challenges that my man is facing down the line? You have to be prepared for that. As a certified achievement coach, I want you to know, I want you guys to start putting strategies in place because these things are going to happen. And not just one time. It's not just one, but continuously. Now, I do have something in place. It's called the Citizens Justice League. I am taking applications over on the Muad'Dib Global official website. You can put application in, 10,000 applications, and I will apply to United Nations for sovereignty for the African people here on the North American continent. But that to the side, until that happens, until y'all get behind the movement and I can make that application stick, I'm telling you right now, men of my color or like my sister's husband, European men that have married a sister, no matter what the movies say and how we as a community feel about it, these men are going through something every day. It's a challenge they face every day. This show and this podcast is LGBTQ friendly. Now, I have no idea what it's like to be a man that likes other men or is in other men or whatever the case may be, or that wants to be or feels like or identifies as a woman. I don't know anything about that. But I do know that they're facing some challenges. So if you love a person like that, you're involved with a person like that, or you're friends with somebody like that, I want you to know that that man is facing a challenge. The challenges that men face when it comes to cultural biases is big. One wrong word, one wrong slip, just not knowing your company, just not knowing what's going on. Shout out to everybody on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, and YouTube and Instagram for watching. The challenges that men face when it comes to cultural bias, they're huge. So we have to have strategies in place, ladies, to support that man. If we moms, cousins, brothers, uncles, support that man when he's trying to elevate, because it's only when you elevate. Listen to me, people. When you're an African man like myself and you try to elevate, it's only when you try to elevate is when the European power structure tries to knock you back down. So as soon as your man, ladies, come home and he say, you know what, I'm going to start a business, I'm going to apply for a business line of credit, you know he's getting ready to face some challenges. So put those strategies in place, right? Talk to him. Ask him, do you know what you're getting ready to do? Okay, cool. Do you know what's getting ready to happen? Okay, cool. Talk about these things. Let him know, okay, so when things happen, I support you. I want you to know I might not understand what you're going through, but I'm here ready to support you, be your peace. I'm ready to make things more comfortable for you because I want you to succeed, but you're going to face culturally biased challenges. All right. I can do research and give you guys picture-in-picture stuff all day, but I can talk about this from experience. This is one topic, challenges that men face. I can talk about this from experience. So when it comes to even getting into a relationship, a lot of women, they want to have a relationship and they want to have a good man, but what they don't realize is men, we have a right to be skeptical about what's necessary. We have a right to be skeptical about who needs what. We have a right to be skeptical about giving our lives to women out here because for the most part, they may be on the take. Like if a man faces a challenge, it's like it's the reverse. If I look like me, if I'm a brother, if I'm an African man, and I want to date a sister, the cultural bias is worse, right? Because she's gonna treat me like the European power structure. She's treating me almost worse than everybody else treat me. And y'all might not want to hear that, but this is the bottom line. Sisters is treating the African men like they have the right to beat them down and make them prove themselves. You know, sisters treat African men like they're inherently gonna do X, Y, Z. That the stereotypes relationship is bad. The stereotypes that people that look, I'm talking about sisters be like there are no good African men. Now Kevin Samuel, may he rest in peace, the late great Kevin Samuel, he debunked that theory over and over again. He said that most there are many African men out there with great jobs and doing their thing and well off, while the average sister is making. She's not even lower middle class. She's at the top of poverty. The average sister, right? But sisters feel like they have the right to treat African men like, and that's a challenge that we face. That's a challenge that we face. You think that you can come in, men, we know we just can't hop in there and be the hero no more. We can't hop in there, go to work, come home, expect food to be on the table, expect you to be in a good mood because you helping provide the food on the table, you paying rent. We can't expect to just come home. We have to go through a whole bunch of nonsense. Like African women, like y'all not just enjoying us in our presence. Y'all not giving us a chance. We coming in already a suspect, already have to prove ourselves in X, Y, Z and jump through all these hoops. Now a European or a Latino man, y'all roll out the red carpet. I'm just telling you what it is. This is, I don't have to fact check this or go on picture in picture. I'm talking straight from experience. You see a sister with a European or a Latino man, an Asian man, and she ding, 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 happy as can be. And so it's a challenge that we face. Y'all can't make us jump through all these hoops when we choose you, and then y'all choose these others, and y'all go out your way to be humble, submissive. These days, fellas, I mean, these are the challenges that men face. You can come in, play stepdad, pay rent, all this stuff. You won't get respect. Ain't nobody gonna listen to you. So you women out there acting like y'all want a good man, you want a brother. I don't want to date outside my culture. That's what y'all be screaming till you get a good man. Then what you gonna do? These are the challenges that men face. And we want to be there. We give our all. We put our heart into it. And what's the response that we get? Domestic violence, cheating, prospecting, forecasting. What do we get for our efforts? I mean, y'all all online, memes and all these slow songs and, I need to heal, and y'all the one causing the hurt. Now, back in my day, like in the late 80s, early 90s, there was all these skits where someone would dress up to be African or European just to see how they would be treated. It's late breaking news. There was a Deep Ellum shooting, and yeah, it's tough out there, y'all. Man, gotta keep it on you. You gotta keep it on you. A guy just walked up to a patio bar in Deep Ellum and just started opening fire. So shout out to the families of those individuals that have to deal with that. Also on the news tonight, a superintendent got arrested in a child, sex molestation, sex ring or something like that, sexting. Like superintendent though, the boss of bosses as far as schools go. So, the guy running the school district is a sex offender. Yes, he was European. Cultural bias, the challenges that men face. He was taken into custody without incident. He wasn't shot and killed for resisting. I'm going to go out on a limb here. Officers of the law, if we're going to shoot and kill people who aren't even resisting, if we're going to choke hold them out, it can't be a guy selling loose cigarettes or somebody that's licensed to carry just going home from work with their girlfriend and their son, or a guy who passed a fake dollar bill or $20 bill at a store. Maybe, I'm just saying, maybe if the police are going to just decide to kill somebody at the point of arrest, maybe. I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm not insinuating nothing. I'm just saying if the cops are gonna be killers, they're gonna be killing people. Don't kill a guy like them cops in Memphis. Don't kill a guy because he's banging your ex. If you're gonna mess around and just decide to go crazy and put your badge on the ground and choke somebody out or beat somebody to death, maybe. Jeez. I mean, it shouldn't be happening at all, but maybe some of these arrests, maybe, Sandra Bland came up missing in Texas, got pulled over. Police threatened to tase her because she wouldn't put her cigarette out while he was talking to her. Cultural bias and challenges that men face. So, y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about that. The cultural biases and the challenges that men face. Let me know, right? I really want to know. What are some of the challenges that men face when it comes to cultural bias? Do you know somebody that was directly affected by cultural bias in trying to start a business, run a business? I know that I've been trying to get funding for this tech security device, this personal safety and security device. And one of the people that are working with me on it, he said, and it was his cultural bias. He said he runs his own business, and it was a situation where someone that he was in charge of transporting from one place to another didn't want to get in the car because, he's a man and he has dark skin, and she was European, and she just didn't feel comfortable, even though it was his job to transport her. She didn't feel comfortable getting in the car because of cultural biases. If he was European, without question, she'd hopped in the car. Where are we going? So I'm just letting you guys know that the challenges that men face when it comes to cultural biases, they're very, very tangible. They're very, very real. All right. What else can I say about this topic before I let you guys go? Oh, when it comes to raising children, all right, cultural biases, right? So I've always been an advocate, ladies, of if it doesn't work out with the child's father, humbling yourself, getting yourself together, and finding a man to be over those kids, because children need that balance. A man over them and a woman in their life. They need that balance. All right. I'm a big advocate for that. That said, what kind of man, what ethnic background, what religion do you want to raise your children under? So the challenges that men face when things don't work out with the mom, look at the challenges that they face now. So for the Europeans, like I literally, if I was to talk to a woman and say, how's it going, this and this and that, oh, you look nice, let me get your number, whatever, whatnot, what's the first thing she's going to ask me? How many kids you got? Like, it's crazy. Ladies, y'all not asking these especially you sisters, y'all not asking these Europeans and these Latino guys that question, because you're assuming that even if he does have kids, he's taking care of them. Yep. So y'all don't ask them. Asian guys, y'all don't ask them. I see y'all with them. We all do. But y'all don't. That's not the first thing you ask them. And sisters, I'm telling you right now, it's a big turnoff when you ask a guy how many kids he's got. It's because most of y'all have kids. Most of y'all got kids or want them. But the majority of y'all got kids, man. Y'all got kids. You're not with the father. You're out there dating. It's not. It's like it's a badge of honor to be single mom with kids. I'm taking care of mine. Like it's a badge of honor. But let's just be real. When it comes to raising kids and child rearing, it's a lot of cultural bias in that. A lot of challenges that men face. You know. Like the women, like y'all can make the mistake, but y'all taking care of the kids, so that mitigates it. But the guy, how many kids you got? 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids. How many kids you got? 1 child. You know, how many kids you got? But the child's not with you. So now what? That's the first question that you ask me because you got cultural stereotypes in your mind. That's the first thing you want to know. No friendship, no nothing. Just how many kids you got? Like, it's the craziest thing. And y'all know it. Y'all know I'm keeping it real. It's the craziest thing. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't ask the guy how many kids he's got until you choose. And if you choosing the guys, but on the first day at the bar, ladies, stop doing that. Stop asking these brothers how many kids they got. Especially if you got kids. Especially if you got kids. It's just wrong. Because Kevin Samuels put y'all out there, man. Rest in peace. You know, he put y'all out there for real. Like, why would you ask a man if he has kids and this and this, that? Like, that's a disqualifier and you got kids. And nobody want to take care of your kids. You single, so you with them kids by yourself. I want to be with you. It's real. So the first thing you ask me is how many kids you got. Are you trying to really pocket check at this moment? You want to make sure you can take care of you and your kids too? So if he's single, that's the best. Excuse me, if he doesn't have any children, that's the guy you want to date. And like my man, let's say once again, like Greg Kevin Samuels would say, why would a single man without any kids, why would he want to date you and you got these little liabilities running around? And I didn't have much experience. I was usually largely successful when I date women with children. I hadn't been unsuccessful doing that, but you know, it happens. You can give all you got, you know what I'm saying, and still nobody listen to you, nobody respect you. You can put it all the way out there for real. So the cultural biases, man, the challenges that men face. I'm just having these real conversations. I'm living my truth. This is my show. I'm put out there for what it is. These are challenges that men face. Challenges that they face. It is what it is. So I just feel as if we should all have strategies in place to make sure that we're aware that men have a lot of pressure on them. Shout out to all the men out there, man, that's handling that pressure and getting it done right. Okay. Shout out to the men out there that's holding it down. Whether they're appreciated or not, whether they're respected or not, just shout out to them for real. Okay. Taibu Muad'Dib right here. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know if this is helping. Know what you feeling. And like I said, we got the big webinar coming up in 2 days. Literally Saturday, the day after tomorrow. I'm gonna have opportunity to put my shirt and my button up, my tie on, you know what I'm saying, and really give it to y'all. All right. I'm gonna keep that link in the comment section so you guys know what's going on moving forward. I appreciate you for stepping in tonight. Really. Is the challenges facing men, part 2. Cultural biases. How do they play a part in men's life? Think about it. That's the show. Oh, get y'all the outro. Kind of wanted to do some more, but